Good morning. Aloha. For those of you who do not know who I am Reverend Patrick, and over here is the beautiful Reverend Rita. And the fox is over there, Michael and Carrie. I love saying that, you know? Oh, what a beautiful morning, yeah? Yeah. I woke up today and I just said to myself, another great day to explore life. So here we, yes, exactly. So before we do any of that, we have so much going on, don't we, Michelle? Once again. So to bring Michelle LeMay up here, who's on our board and just a wonderful practitioner, student who's just fabulous. Bring her up. Here is Michelle LeMay. Thank you. To do our announcement.
Thank you. Good morning. Aloha, everyone. Well, thank you, first of all, from all of us here for the huge party that we had last weekend and the abundance of food and fun and laughter. It was definitely the most food we've seen show up in a long time, and that is appreciated. We definitely have lots of great things happening, but first, I want to share that Reverend Rita has created something new that has all the events coming up in July and August in one place. So instead of having multiple flyers for everything, she's created one document. Yay! So we have them at the bookstore, which is where the information table is, and also the sign-up sheets for a few of the different activities that I'll be sharing about. So please make sure you pick up one of these. It definitely has a few more details, but also the save the dates for August, because we have a lot going on in August. So the first announcement that I'd like to start off with is that there will not be a Peru presentation today. We have decided to postpone the trip due to lack of interest at the time. So there won't be anything happening after service today. And then next month, on the third Sunday, the men's retreat or the men's treehouse and the Women in Consciousness will resume on the third Sunday next month in August. Now, next week, we have some visiting practitioners coming from the Global Truth Center. You may have met them before. Terry Taylor and his wife Marilyn are coming, and they are big supporters. They come every year for the Sacred Journey. They're from the center that Rita and Patrick came from, and they're just really big supporters. So what we're having next week, directly after service, is a prosperity luncheon. So it's all about prosperity and abundance and success. He'll share his story about kind of how he came from the dark depths into the light of abundance, and he'll share how we can also incorporate those tools into our own lives. And it will be provided with a light lunch, so we do need RSVP. I know we cringe at that to have to make a decision a week ahead of time. But please do, and that's more so we know how much food to get for the lunch. So there is the sign-up sheet that's out back, and I know that Patrick has also been putting it in his email blast, so you can also RSVP by email, but please do that by next Friday so that we can get plenty for lunch. And that'll be also one of our kind of the themes is to help just raise our consciousness, and that's one way that we get to do that, especially around prosperity, because it's not about money, it's not about getting another job, it's all about changing our own mindset. So that's exactly what Terry's going to help us do. And then we are bringing back the spiritual cinema, and we are very excited about that. It came up for us who were doing flying solo, because flying solo, for those of you who don't know, it was when we did our one-person plays. So this is a movie based on a one-woman play that's called Jana's Body, Please Hold. So it's Jana's story about how she went through cancer and went through her process to become healthy again, and she's done it in a comical way. And it was a play, and then they've turned it into a movie. And then we'll have a discussion after with the reverends. And that's by Love Donations, as well as the luncheon, too. I did forget to mention that. So Love Donations for the movie, and all the proceeds actually go to the project that helped create the movie to get the word out about her story. So it's very, very metaphysical in nature, and certainly something that we can all gain from. And then everything else is coming up in August. So definitely make sure you check your program and that new flyer, because we'll have another guest speaker coming in doing integrity check workshop with Richard Houston, and then Reverend Diane has her monthly meeting, which is the Powerful or Powerless, which is incorporating the 12 steps in science of mind. She's also doing the Feel Good Fridays, We have Flying Solo 2 that's going to be starting. So those of you who saw us go through the process and want to write your own play, that'll be something that you definitely want to sign up for now, because they're already, I think it's almost half full, and there's only a limited amount of people to do that. So that'll start towards the middle of August, but you definitely want to make the commitment soon. Don't be like me and wait till the day of. Doesn't always work. All right, well, enjoy your service, and thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think this is going to really help to have this, because that way, not only does it have wonderful pictures, but it's something you can actually like kind of put up, and then at the very end, Rita and I both give our little message at the end. So it's kind of our little newsletter. So with that being said, let's take some time for ourselves now, shall we? The announcements were beautifully done. Thank you, Michelle. And we are an active center. And now it's time to just be inactive, if that's even possible, for a moment with yourself, as I invite up our wonderful Rob Jones, who's coming away from the camera and into our meditation. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I invite you now to get comfortable in your chairs and close your eyes if you wish as we go into meditation. And I have a little seed thought from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. nothing can bring you peace but yourself. As you slowly bring yourself back into the room here from your peaceful inner sanctuary, what I know is that the power, the peace, the love of Spirit surrounds us, deep inside of us, outside of us, infinite in all directions. That is the gift that Spirit gives to us. And what I know about this is that it's always there inside of us, and we only need to open up and accept this gift, regardless of any situation, appearance, or whatever we think we see. It's always there for our love and comfort to enhance our lives. And I am so, so grateful for this manifestation in our lives. And what I know is that it is always there for us. And this is my word, and my word is powerful. And I release my word into the law that always says yes, yes. And so, in knowing this, we say together, and so it is.
Mahalo. Yeah. Let that land. Thank you so much, Rob. It was to bring you out from behind that camera there. And Rob, by the way, Jones is starting on Tuesday. They're starting practitioner two. So they're going in an internship already. It's only been, 3 years now? That's great, you guys. Yeah. So welcome again.
So, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Kauai. I'm just waking up. Coming out of that beautiful meditation.
Thanks, Rob. You put us completely
Yeah. Thank you, Rob. That was beautiful and beautiful invocation about peace. So here we are, where we practice the science of mind and spirit, universal ancient teaching brought to us through the wisdom of Ernest Holmes, a wonderful, unknown really in the world of mystic, who took many teachings and brought them together in a way that we could use them. That's the biggest thing about Ernest Holmes as you study him, is he wanted us to be able to use the spiritual truths in our lives to better our lives. So that is what we learn and embrace here at Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, and we are so grateful for each and every one of you that are here today. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
So as we go into our 4th year, it's just amazing to me to be here for 3 years, and all the love that has built this consciousness here is just, I think this year even meant more to Rita and I, because we just were, really? Because sometimes when you're busy building, as you well know, you're so busy building that you forget sometimes to just land and look around and say, wow, look what we all did. And that is so special to us. And I just want you to know that we were saying today that the party that was last week, I said, that was last week? Didn't it seem like, a month ago? Yeah, so it's just amazing time, the timelessness of this. So that being said, if you weren't at the party, that's fine, because you were there in spirit, wherever you were. But who's here today for the very first time? Raise your hand, because we know who you are. There we go. There we go. Well, actually, every moment is new, so we actually are here for the first time. But we'd like to just let you know that we know something about you. It was given to us before you got here. And And so we thought it would be really important to share that with you about this news that we have. So shall we? Yeah. Okay. You are magnificent. She's relieved, aren't you? Yeah, I saw that look kind of like, okay, there's cameras, there's that, what's going on here? But yeah, we know that about you, and the reason we know it is because we know that about ourselves, right? So shall we all say it together? I am magnificent. And then to one another, say that next to you, somebody next to you, you're magnificent, you're magnificent.
You too, what you are is magnificent.
You are magnificent. Gold is good. Golden daring. You're magnificent. And now if everyone can turn to our wonderful live streaming, there's some beautiful people out there on the mainland watching us. And I found out on island.
They're hiding
so
out,
we're
watching
saying
us.
like aloha, and let's let them know that you are magnificent. That's right.
Yeah.
And the reason I know it's on island is because I was at the market the other day, waiting in the car for Rita to do her thing, because that's kind of our little tradition. Just thought I'd show you. She tricks me. She goes, oh, it must be 3:30. Can we go to the market when we're driving? So she gets her stuff. So this guy's like looking and waving. And then it's because we have it on the side of our car, right? Center for Spiritual Living. I'm always wondering why people are staring at the car. And then they're going like that. Or they go like this. We watch you. He said, I watch you at home. And I said, oh, well, and then I said, really? He goes, yeah. I watch your live streaming at the, so it was kind of a celebrity moment, wasn't it? I like rolled down my window and So anyway, it's out there and the live streaming, and he said, don't you love technology? And I went, get out of bed and come down here. No, I didn't say. I'm in my, yes. Okay, we have one other thing to talk about today, and this came up in a meeting, this lovely thing right here, and isn't that beautiful? And we put it here because people were saying it's nice to look at the picture, but let's have some movement, towards it. This is all foundation, and we're moving towards it anyway. But so that's our building fund. And we're going to load it up with coins, just like we did when we were young. And we built like a piggy bank. And so would you like to I want to show you this little story that I showed. The Fillmores, Myrtle and Charles, when they first had, they have a huge, as you well know, Unity is kind of like our cousin. And so they were in a meeting, just like with 10 people, and one of the guys threw a penny at Charles. And he said, here, that's for your new building. And he's looking at it, and he goes, I bless this penny that will create an absolute sanctuary for everyone. I'm paraphrasing. That's what I would have said. But no, but he was so thrilled, and he said, I'll take this penny. He blessed it, and we all know he has Unity Village, and I was saying that this morning. You should see where he is now, and Roseanne said, I thought he passed on. But anyway, you should see what he left.
Anyway,
so there you go. So every week we're just going to drop change in there, and we're going to see what happens.
And being that we start where we are, we can't go further. We can't wait for the $1 million check to come. We start where we are, and that's what creates. So
absolutely,
it just came to us that's what we should do. And every month, just take it out and take it to the bank and put it in the bank and start and watch it raise. And we'll make a little sign.
We'll spare you the thermometer thing, though. We'll be more creative. I promise.
Anyway,
I promise you.
It's good.
All right. That's all good. So shall we?
You need anything else to talk about?
Nope, not at the moment.
All right. So here we go. Let's start with our opening
Let's
song.
do it.
All
We
right.
can.
We're going to have Yvette come up today and sing We Are Family.
Woo!
Yay,
Yvette and Itukai.
Come on, girl. You got this one. Yvette to the house.
Can y'all hear that?
Anybody feel like standing up? Waking up a little bit?
Everybody up.
Move our bodies.
I think you're going to recognize this if you haven't. We got Luis on drums.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
We got Itukai
All
on
right,
tambourine.
All right. Let's wake up these beautiful bodies that we live in. We are family.
Everybody
Here we
now.
go.
I got all my ohana
and
with me.
We are family. All right, everybody. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family.
I got all my
Ohana
ohana
with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Come on.
Everyone can
See we're together as we walk on by. Hey, and we'll fly like the birds of a feather.
I won't
Tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close?
Yes, we can.
Let me stay for the record. Here we go, everybody. We're giving love in a family dose. We are family. You guys can clap. I got all my ohana with me. Yeah,
Hi, everybody.
yeah. We are family. Come on, you two
get up,
guys.
everybody.
All right, buddy. We are family. Here we go. I got all my ohana with me. Yeah, yeah. We are family. Got a Louise on the drum.
Get
All
up,
right.
everybody, and sing.
What I know right here, right now,
What
we
do
have
you know,
the CSL
Patrick?
Kauai dancers over to the right. That's right.
All right, CSL
Yeah, you just thought this was your
dancers.
morning cup of coffee, and this is your morning boost of good energy, God energy, call it whatever you want. That's right, they're moving. It's moving through them as them, and as it's moving through them, I know it's moving through each and every one of us. As we are as family, as ohana, as spirit in action. So what I know is that this is the day to claim it. Claim spirit in action through each and every one of us, and I know this day is perfect, complete. And together we say, and so it is. Everybody.
We
Our family.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got all my
Ohana with me. Yeah.
Everybody now.
We are family.
Come on, Rita. Give me a little
Get
spin,
up,
girl.
everybody, and sing.
All right, Rita. We are family. Patrick's in the house. Got all my Ohana with me. Do it, Roberto. We are family. I see you, Jilly. Gigi, Michelle, Ron. We are family. That's it. Whoa, here we go, Yvette. Ohana with me.
Wow.
We got Everett on the percussion in the crowd. Family. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get up, everybody, and sing. Michelle, go, girl. Ron, I see you, brother. Yeah, I see you, Judah, Melissa.
Get up,
Everybody, and sing.
I see those hips moving.
We are family. Let's bring it down a little bit. Get up, everybody, and sing. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, all right, everybody. Wake up, Kauai.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yvette, Itukai, Louis.
What do other people do on Sunday mornings is what I want to know.
I know, where are
Do you remember when we just used to read the paper and put our feet up? Now we dancing in the streets.
Did we get the?
We are family.
Do we have the lighter? Oh, okay.
We noticed we didn't have a lighter, but thanks to Michelle, this cute little thing
There's always
appeared.
one thing. There's one thing to remind me that I need to write things down. But then I have Michelle and Ron front row. So, okay. So, yeah, I'll hold it.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna do that.
Okay. So we're gonna light this candle today, and we are gonna sing the chant, "I send my love over the mountains." We're gonna send our love to Nice. We're gonna send our love to wherever it's required right now, where people are not necessarily maybe feeling it, but it's there. And we can, by knowing it for ourselves right here, right now, help them to feel it. Because we all live in one mind and one spirit. There's no separation. We are family, all of us. So please join me. And Carrie.
Send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love
up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love up to the heavens, and it returns to me.
And so it is.
And so it is. So just on that note, I do want to say that this year, for the fourth year, we are doing a lot more outreach. As we have built our foundation here for 3 years, we're going to outreach a little more. And we started with the wonderful P flag. If you're not familiar with it, Ryan, who's here in the house today, we got together, and when the in Orlando, when that occurred, there needed to be a space, a safe space that people could come and share what they were feeling, and it needed to be immediate. And this is for everyone, not just the gay community, but everyone needs to express what they're feeling, and there needs to be a safe space. So we are so proud. We had a meeting with, and we are so proud to know that this is a space that has been opened now for those kind of things. When they occur, that door goes wide open, and there's organizations such as PFLAG that is really growing on this island right now, and that our doors are open immediately. And that's our dedication to it. No matter what's going on, our Ohana will open the door and we will serve. So that's just one way for us to start the fourth year here, to let us start becoming educated and all on all things. So we're so proud of that. So thank you, Ryan, for bringing that to us as well.
All right, so I think we have some special music. Not that
Isn't
all
it funny?
music
We
isn't
always call it special
special.
music, and only because it's written.
You know what?
Special
We
music.
need to change that.
Basically, we have
Music is
Carrie and
special.
Michael.
Yeah.
For this song, we were thinking last night, we usually come up with it like a day or two before, but we saw it was freedom for all was today's talk, right? Today's theme. So this song is a remembrance to us. It's called True Colors. It's a Cyndi Lauper song. And you know, it really carries with, there's so much freedom within us. And if we really truly let our true colors show, how could we go wrong? How could we see all this confusion that we feel sometimes in the world? So.
with the sad eyes. Don't be discouraged, oh, I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness inside you can make you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors.
Your true colors.
Beautiful.
Sing along if you feel it.
Like
Like
a
a rainbow. Show me a smile that don't be unhappy. Can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy, you've taken all that you can bear. You can call me up,
Because
you know I'll be there.
But I
See your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you.
So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors.
Your true colors.
True colors are shining through.
I see your true colors. That's why I love you.
So don't be afraid
To let them show.
true colors. Like a
Just wanted to share this at the end of that song. If this world makes you crazy, sometimes it really does. We have to really look to the freedom that all of us share within, to share our true colors as vibrantly as we can, like the most beautiful Kaua'i rainbow you could ever imagine. All of us together in this moment make a difference. We are making a difference. And just being in this moment right here today. Aloha.
Such a perfect song. Oh. Let's just all breathe together. It's been an interesting week again. You know, when what occurred in Nice occurred this week, Patrick and I just looked at each other and said, okay, so what are we going to say this Sunday? Right? And then I got real mad, and I got real sad, and I started crying and stamping my feet, and I was upset, and that's okay. It's okay to be upset. These things are upsetting. And when we gloss over our feelings and don't feel them, then we create what's called the spiritual bypass. And then in that spiritual bypass, we don't take care of what's happening because we're not taking care of ourselves. So, yeah, we're all free, right? It doesn't feel that way to some people. When I sat and talked with Ryan the other day, he wasn't feeling free. He's having to step out of himself right now and claim who he is. Some of us don't feel free. So how do we get free? How do we feel free? There's only one place. I'm thinking of, please forgive me if I pronounce his name wrong, but Eli Wiesel, am I saying his name right? Eli Wiesel, Wiesel, who just passed away recently. If you don't know who he is, the great, amazing man who was a Holocaust survivor and went on to be a advocate for peace and love and forgiveness, and wrote the book Night. And I remember when I read the book, one of the things he said in there was, after they'd stripped everything away from him, everything from his family to every possession, and humiliated him in all ways, he knew that the only choice he had was the choice of how he was going to use his mind, that they could not take that away from him, no matter what. And that's what I want to talk about today. Nobody can take away the choice of how we are going to think and how we're going to react and how we're going to act in our own lives. And I think sometimes when I woke up this morning, I was thinking a lot of this stuff is just like distractions. It's distractions from ourselves. We're getting all distracted by all these like occurrences, and we're thinking like, okay, we're thinking that, and we're going out there and trying to fix it and trying to feel and sad about it, which is all good, but they're distractions from ourselves, because the only place that anything can ever take place is within ourselves. My mic keeps going out, but I guess it's all right. Let me use that one. So I was like, what can I do now? I can't do anything. I can't do anything to change this. I cannot change ISIS from doing what they're doing. You can throw as many bombs as you want. You know, we went through it with the Taliban. We went through it with all these things, right? We're throwing bombs and doing all this stuff. And I mean, leave that to those people. If that's what they feel like they have to do, I'm going to vote my conscience and vote for the person I think, you know, is going to do the best in that area. But that's not my job. So I can't stop them from throwing bombs. I can't stop ISIS from doing what they're doing because they believe that's true. What can I do? I can only change what I'm doing. And I believe in the depths of me, if I would take more time to catch God's idea for me, what's God's idea for me? How am I going to hear it if I'm listening to all this outside stuff? I really recommend that we all take a fast from the news. Try it for 1 week. If something really awful happens, we'll know, and we'll know we have to know about it. But can we take 1 week to just go within and say, can I catch God's idea? Can I hear God's idea for me, through me, as me, of how I want to live in this world and how I'm here now? My teacher just passed, my great mentor, my voice teacher this week, Marilyn Niska. And she was such this big presence in the New York City Opera, and all these roles she did and everything, and she was such a big presence in my life, even though I haven't seen her in 15 years, but she still was there. But she's gone now. She's done her thing, and she did her thing very, very, very well. But she was focused on her thing. She was focused on what was hers to do. And she wasn't distracted by everything that was happening outside. She just did what she needed to do, what she knew to do. In fact, people told her, they said, you need to go to Europe and sing. She said, because you're going to become a better singer if you go to Europe, because that's where all singers go. And she said, no, I don't want to go to Europe. I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to learn how to sing. And, well, the rest is history. You can look her up. But it was her thing to do, but she didn't listen to the outside. I didn't even know she was going to come into my talk today. God bless Marilyn. So my message is, let's take a rest for a moment and just go within. Stop listening to all the chatter. Stop trying to change all the outside stuff. Do our prayers and all that stuff. But as Ernest Holmes says, there is no thing that we change on the outside. The only thing when a practitioner prays, and we're all practitioners, is to change our own mind. So let's go, and we all have something very powerful to do. I know there's not one person, I'm preaching to the choir here, because there's not one person in this room. You're all here because you want more for your life. You're all here because you want to feel that goodness, that light, that joy within yourselves. So it's already there. As Rob said in his invocation today, it's already there, so we just have to tap into it, but we won't hear it if we keep listening and listening and listening to all this other stuff. So Does that mean we're putting our heads in the sand? No, because like I talked about last week, we're going to know what's ours to do if we listen. And we're going to be spiritually, socially active instead of just running around screaming and accusing people of things. So I think for me, that's what my job is. And I'm taking a fast this week, and I'll check in with all of you next week to see how if it's even possible. If it's even possible. I believe it is. So if the first place we went every morning was to our closet within instead of to the internet and started checking Facebook and everything, if the first place we went was to sit quietly, even with our cup of coffee or whatever, and just sit quietly wherever our home is and go within, we might be surprised what we hear. I love bombs. Anyway, so don't forget, where your intention goes, where energy flows, is where your attention goes, energy flows. It's actually one of the 7 principles of Huna. Energy flows where attention goes. We teach that in the Science of Mind. Energy flows where attention goes. They also say there are no limits. Everything is possible, and the world is what you think it is. So let's start with ourselves. Take that fast. Go into our closets every morning before we do anything and listen and hear what's ours to do. Okay? Namaste.
Thank you, Rita. Yeah, there's a tone in the room today. Can you feel it? There's an energy. I love this. I was never like all that energy kind of guy, going, what energy is this and what? But I have to tell you, there's an energy in here today, and it's powerful, but it's subtle. And it's asking to be something to be known. And I was thinking of Rita when she said that, and I have to find this quote about listening, and it's Stephen Covey, right? Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Guilty as charged sometimes. Yeah, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Oh my gosh. But I also, on that same note last week, I remember I stood up on that stage, if you remember, and I said last week that this world is not falling apart. And then, bam, ISIS. And then this whole thing with in Nice, France. And I had the same reaction. I went, oh no, not this, all's good, right? We'll tell the families over there at that moment how good it is. We're not about saying that it's not real, but we're about saying how are we going to get through it. Yeah, I caught myself really hearing the cries. There are some silent screams that are going on right now. Silent. And we don't need to get depressed about it. We just need to get busy loving. We keep saying the word love, correct? We keep saying it. I am love. I am love. I am love. And that's what we are. But sometimes we feel like, how do we use it? And this is what this entire philosophy is about. It is about feeling good. But it is also about how do we use it in our day-to-day lives, not only to make ourselves better, but to make our world better. And I had to sit there for a second and think to myself, I can't do it all. I can't make it all go away. But I can start with the love that's within me. We do need to go to the rooms of our mind, and we need to weep. We need to scream. We need to cry. We need to feel. It's okay, everyone. As Rita was saying, bypassing. Sometimes we bypass because I found myself, to be honest with you, going numb, desensitizing, watching it because it's a daily occurrence, so it's becoming like something. But then I found myself trying to go numb by saying all is good and spiritual affirmations and positive affirmations. And they are certainly better than negative ones, by the way. But that's still bypassing because I didn't get to the core of what I'm really, really feeling. And I got mad and I got angry because I am tired of us hurting each other. And I am tired of hurting myself. I'm tired of it. I don't know about any of you, but this self-punishment stuff has got to stop in order for us to be love on this planet. And we keep reaching out there and saying, I'm going to get that, and if they get it, nobody's going to save us. Not a president, not Jesus. Sorry. It's not going to save us. We are going to save ourselves. Jesus was the consciousness that we follow. That brilliant consciousness that said, I don't believe you. You are not dead. Get up and walk. Get up and walk. Love. That's the kind of power. And love is not really a Hallmark adventure. Being in love, and love is fierce. Love is powerful. It moves mountains. This creativity called love is why we're here. This very power. Nobody wants to talk about sexual energy, right? Almost all of us don't want to talk about sexual energy. And I don't even know why it's coming up right now in this moment, but thank you very much. Oh, the distractions of life. The reason I brought it up is because it's a powerful force that created everything. It is this energy that moves through us as us. And it is a part of love. It is a part of everything. And sexual energy isn't about sex. It's about power. It's about this containment of this wondrous thing that if you let it go, we're so scared. What happened? What would happen? What would happen? We would be so powerful and so loving that we could use that energy for good and not the energy for destruction. I saw Michelle had sent on Facebook this woman yesterday. She was brilliant, 1 minute. And she was talking about racism, and she's talking about what's going on the planet and why we need to love more. And here's what went on with that. She was talking about how racism is taught. We were not born a bigot. It doesn't happen that way. We are born from the core of love, which is who we are at all times. And that is what's rising up like a volcano saying, I want to be heard. And we are hearing the screams all around the world. The planet is screaming because it wants healing love. And it's coming in the form of destruction. Michael Beckwith said that these headlines that we're hearing are prayer requests. Our headlines are prayer requests. We need to get praying, man. We need to pray every moment of our life and not pray to and beg like I did as a child. Please God, please God, please God, please God. And then I found out God was saying, I gave you everything, man. You've got all of that love that I am inside of you. All you have to do is use it. And I said, yes. So I want to ask today, what are your headlines? What's the headline of your life today? I woke up and I thought, Patrick, if you had headlines, man, you're the author of your story. What's your headline? And I went, wow. Today is a day of love. And how do you do it? You take it. This is what I wrote. I'm always using other people, but I wrote this in one of my moments, and I said, let our silent screams be heard so the whole world can know that we are love and that we will no longer be silent. We must head to the streets with love, no matter how many guns and no matter how much hatred is before us. It starts right where we are, right here in this moment. And we will stand for love no matter how many tears we have to shed. Hate will not win as long as we breathe the breath of God. It cannot. Do not let it fool you. I am not fooled any longer. I am free. I am free. They said, let freedom ring. It's ringing really loud and clear, my friends. It's about love. And it's about love and taking it out into the world. It is about your next door neighbor. It is about the roosters and the chickens that sometimes disturb us. Not me personally, but let freedom ring. That to me is what freedom is for me. Freedom for all, not for some. Unfortunately, ISIS and all of this destruction, they think they're doing it. People flying planes into building in the name of Allah. Oh my God. They believe it. It's about belief, and Jesus said it's done unto you as you believe. That's why we got in trouble. It's done unto you as you believe. But we can counteract any of that by, as Rita was saying, take it for ourselves. So let freedom ring. Love is here to stay. It will never leave us. It's here to stay. I don't care what the headlines say. So today, as a little exercise, I want you to take into your day, if you were going to have headlines for your life, what would that be? You're the headliner, man. What would that be? So what I know about this is that I feel good. How do you guys feel? A little, yeah. It's one of those moments where you kind of go, yeah, I do that too. It's called silent screaming. I love you. Let's not be afraid anymore to love. Let's not let anything take us down in this way. Whoever you are in the mind of God. You are whole and complete, and you need to be proud of that. Today we end it. The war is over. The war is over in anything, in poverty, in sickness, in any of it. It's over because we're finally going to settle into love. I love me. I love me. In closing, I have to tell you, the other morning I woke up, I was really disturbed, and I was having some back stuff, Anyway, but I sat there and I did something really unusual for me. I was going, oh no, is it still here and all that through? And I took some time and I hugged me. And I had never done that really before, and I just took time. And Rita was sleeping, thank goodness, because then she would be like, what are you doing? And just kidding. So anyways, but I hugged me. And I said, you know, Patrick, before you start your day, I need to let you know that I am so proud of you. And I love you. And everything that has brought up to this moment, and any kind of non-forgiving that you haven't done in your life, that's over too. Because there is not a thing you could have ever done or could do that I wouldn't stop loving you. And I started my day with that. And that was a moment that on my whole day I kept hearing that voice, I'm proud of you. We don't spend any time, you guys, being proud of what we are and what we've done. So on that, let freedom ring. Freedom for all. Can we say it together? Freedom for all. I love you. Namaste. Woohoo!
All right.
Here we are.
Here we are. So this is our time of affirmative giving. This is our time to give from our heart, give from our consciousness, give from our love. And everything that's given here assists this ministry in going forward, assists this world in going forward, because that's what we're doing. So we thank you in advance for all of it. Thank everybody online who donates and keeps us going. And money is God in action, and it can come from anywhere. Never, never tell yourself that it can only come from one place, because it can come from anywhere. It's proven to me over and over and over. Let's read our Raymond Charles Barker
This
affirmation.
guy's great. If you ever get a chance to read
And
Raymond
if it's
Charles,
hard for you to
he's
say you like
powerful.
money, just think about it. Meditate on that one.
So our
right.
ready?
I like money. I believe that it's God's activity and that it is good. I use it with wisdom. I release it with joy, and I send it forth without fear. For I know that under a divine law, it comes back to me increased and multiplied. Take it, Carrie and Michael.
Gratitude before me.
Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me.
Building the fun.
Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. And I'm so grateful.
So grateful.
I'm so grateful. Listen to this. Here it goes.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Here comes some more chants.
Gratitude all
Around me.
Woo!
I'm so grateful.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
I am so grateful. I give thanks for everything in this basket, for the consciousness in this room, for all the blessings in our lives, for the love that we talked about today that we each have that would never go away. I give gratefulness for the peace that was within us that will never go away, that's right here and right now. I just give gratitude for what we have, which is everything. And I just know that whatever is in these baskets goes to amazing use and flourishes and blesses each and every person that receives it and each and every person in this room as it comes back, because it does come back 100-fold, 1,000,000-fold. So I just let that be the truth, and I let it be so as I say, and so it is.
Yes. So a couple things. Once again, pick up one of these to see what's going on in the center. And we have a lot of things going on. One thing that we do have, we have our little poster over on the Kaua'i beach fence. Yes, we do. And this year, on the 4th year too, we kind of went in zooming here. It's our youth. We're going to create our youth. And so we have a teen program that we have that's starting in September. So if you know anyone with teens, that's kind of our background. And we're going to do Flying Solo as our first project with them. So they'll do 8.
Yeah, we're going to
those
do
teams.
all theater-oriented projects with them. This is not about preaching them religion. It's about empowering them in their selves and knowing that they are powerful and creative, because there's nothing like creativity to bring out the power in someone else. I mean, really.
So there's a lot of things going on. We'll get more. The P-Flag has an event coming up. We're just going to really get involved. Every Saturday morning, they clean up the beach over at Lidgate. And so we're going to also start going, that's available to you. There's building benches, which, probably isn't my thing.
The 23rd and the 30th. I'll make a flyer.
But
They're building benches.
Anyway, we're going to try to do more of that, not talk about it as much, but please get involved in the information table and the bookstore so that you know what's going on with us. We're really trying to make that available for you. So there you go. And if something has come up for you, we have a beautiful treatment box, which means that you open up that little box, you fill out that little piece of paper, and that means that Rita and I will take that, as Dr. Beckwith said, that everything is a request for prayer. So if there's something that you just need a little bit more affirming for, let us do that for you, and you put it in the box, and just know that it is done once you do it. Okay?
All right.
There you go. So I think we
Closing
should close out here. Or shall we begin out here?
If you want to stand up, go ahead.
Yes, that would be
Let's
beautiful.
do it. Kumu
Treat,
Sabra
treat,
was so
treat.
happy that we were learning this song, and some of us already know it, but that we were actually using it.
Me Hawaii kuone hanawe. Kuome kulai vine. Hori noa ina pono lalio. E Hawaii aloha e.
special gratitude to everyone who has served today, Michelle, and for the greeters at the door, Harry and Deborah, for Rob on the live streaming over there, for Roseanne who does the programs and so much more for us, for the flowers that were presented today by Jen, and who were the other ones from?
For our wonderful couple right here.
Right
yeah.
there, from Marlena and Peter. Yes, thank you. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo for Reverend Diane and all she does for us, and for her work in the bookstore, for Sue Buckley, who sat with our child today and nurtured him. That was so sweet. I was watching them over there on the floor. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. And to all that help with the hospitality, whoever that is today, I think Ron is helping, yes. And for especially right here and right now, for Carrie and Michael for their beautiful music, and for Luis for joining, and Rob for the meditation that you did this morning and the powerful invocation. There's so much to be grateful. I focus on gratitude, gratitude, gratitude,
CSL
gratitude.
dancers.
And the CSL dancers over there, yes. And so I say, let us go forth in gratitude and love. And so
Patrick and Rita, everyone, give them a hand, these two reverends.
Namaste, aloha.
We're going to take that love out into the streets.